sura Bwana. Ni asante maana Bwana umetenda. In Jesus name I pray.
Let's appreciate God kwa sababu ya maombezi mazuri. Last day head teacher on behalf of the other teachers just come. What we want to take a picture. We just want to appreciate the servants of God with us, our general overseer and our guest of honor, Reverend Bishop Ben Musioki. So, very much kwa sababu ya kuja, and our overseer, thank you also for your goodness and extend kwetu, and you have allowed us to have a school. You keep on praying for us. We really do appreciate you. Thank you, teachers, also. May the Lord bless you indeed as we prayed for. Can we say an amen? Amen. Thank you very much.
The cake is nice. Okay. I'll cut the cake with one of our teachers. I'll just give her a chance to speak. Just one word.
Praise God. Amen. Praise God again. Amen. So we have a cake here that we are going to share together. Remember that we are a community, and the word community means togetherness. So this cake that we are going to share, it is to make us to be more strong.
Picture. The cake is written Christ Community School Graduation 2018. Congratulations, PP2. Congratulations, PP. This graduation was for dear PP2 pupils, and we say thank you. We say congratulations. You are the one who have made us to share this cake, and we say thank you. I want one pupil from PP2, as in two pupils, a boy and a girl, to come help us cut the cake with the two parents, that is their mothers. The volunteers, yeah, she has volunteered. A boy now, I want a boy.
Do we?
Okay, they have come, they will help us cut the cake. As we sing to them, congratulations. Join me sing that song, congratulations. You are not singing. Sing.
Congratulations.
Yes, we congratulate PP2 class. We say thank you for this far. We say also thank you to our God who has brought us this far. And we know He's taking us very, very far. Sawa. Okay, we still tunaendelea kukata keki. Kila pupil of PP2 atachukua sahani, atamlisha mama yake na baba yake, just to congratulate them, kuambia mom thank you, dad thank you. It is because of you I'm like this. It's because of you nimegraduate leo. Sawa. And mom and dad, you will also feed your kids, telling them thank you because of your obedience, nimetuobey. Sawa. And teachers, please, you come help us. Teachers, mtatusaidia kupatiana.
Okay, kila mzazi achukue form.
kila mzazi apewe form. So we are going to give the parents an opportunity to give the cake to the graduates. So hakikisha uko na mtoto kama yule mtoto. If you have a child without a parent, we can have a parent signing in for that child. So to the PP2, please ensure that you are standing. Okay, your fork. It is the time. Ni wakati wa mtoto kumlisha mzazi wake. Kusema mom, thank you for having paid my school fee. Okay. Tumebeba keki sisi wote. Wengine wamenishana, but haina tatizo. Haya, mtoto pea mama, kila mmoja pea mama yake ama dadi. Kama uko na mama na dada, pea mama, alafu chukua ingine tena, pea dadi. Tufanye hivyo haraka. The managers, please, can distribute the cake to the rest of the group. So thank you so much. Now, I want to give the graduates and the parents some few minutes to celebrate, and then we go to the next forum as we allow the children to go and take their lunch. So DJ. Okay, so we are going to take some few minutes to celebrate. Meanwhile, let the cake circulate to the rest of the... Let the cake circulate. Okay, so we can have some kind parents. Okay, so we can have some time to celebrate with our children. Okay, you can celebrate for some few minutes as we circulate the cake. Tafadhali ensure that you have a taste of the cake. Usiende kama hujaonja keki tafadhali. Tunaomba uonje keki yetu. The PP2 2018 cake. Tafadhali. Let's celebrate. Let's celebrate. It's great to do something and then to succeed. We talk, we make inquiries, and then from such inquiries and agreements from a group of parents like you and the number like you are, it can help to form something that is permanent or that can be followed by the school. Now, from the school president's speech, those who are there, and my highlights and comment. We talked about several things. Let me start by saying, if there is any reaction from such talk, the floor is open. You just raise your hand, ask the question, and then we comment as we proceed. Thank you. The floor is open. You just put up your hand, and then we will avail the microphone where you are. Yes. Are we okay that far? Or can I repeat what I say? Can I repeat myself? Someone must have captured what I talked about, and then maybe you want to inquire. Okay? Now, let me stimulate the talk. One thing that we say that we are doing next year, I talked about marketing, and there's an appreciation for every parent you bring to us, 1,000 shillings per parent. I talked about class 7, those who are joining class 7. I say that we've set our interviews for intake. You plan for first and second. And actually we have a good number, those who have shown interest. We have approximately 30 or 40 who are coming that day. But you can help to invite your neighbor. And if your neighbor decides to allow his or her child to be part of us, akikubali mtoto wake asome hapa pamoja na mtoto wako, that time amekuja, when he or she is filling the form, you notify us ili tuandike huyu ameletwa na mama blessing, and then you have 1,000 because of that one. Now that 1,000 you can decide that this 1,000 wacha niweke kwa fee ama nataka cash. Like, you know what mothers normally say. They say that ini bidi yangu baba hajajua, so ini yangu. So silent mothers, we kill them and then we don't tell the fathers, we don't tell them. Tunapea tu bidi ya mama. But if you say that this contribution nataka iweke kwa fee, we'll give you a receipt and therefore we drop your balance by 1,000. Just imagine, ukituletea wazazi wanne, that is 4,000. Ukituletea 10, it is possible. Just say what you see and don't lie. Just say what you see. You've heard from Bishop Ben. They said that you need to talk the good about your school. Now, that is one thing that I say. You see, I also say that because of the inflation, increase of fuel and all that, our lunch is no longer sustainable. Now, lunch next year is going to be 2,700 per term. Now, I said that. And then I also mentioned other things among the challenges that we face. I talked about the proposed book fund. We are proposing that to our teachers, we have all the textbooks that they need. Actually, ukikuja utashangaa, walimu wetu wako na vitabu. They have books. Some of them, they are trying to look at them, whether they are good. So unapata in a particular subject, they have like how many books? Almost 5 books, different books. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is sourced for. Lazima itafutwe. Okay? So we are trying all that we can to ensure that our teachers give the best and update the children in the correct way. Now, we are proposing that the book highlighted in the book list, like the book list is in each and every child's file. Kutoka hapa tunaenda kuchukua files of the classes. utapata book list for 2019 ready. Now, we are proposing that the school can buy the books. Mzazi let a pass a particular figure, then we avail the books, watoto wanatumia. And depending the cost at different levels, the proposed charges are different. For PP1 and PP2, of course we have playgroup, but playgroup, we don't give them book list, but they have certain requirements. So for PP1 and PP2, we are proposing that if you agree, then every parent to pay 2,500 shillings, and then we'll be able to buy the 8 books proposed there. Now, for grade 1 up to 3, those are CBC classes. We propose that you pay 7,000 shillings to cater for all the books. For grade 4, for class 4 to class 7, we propose, actually, if you look at the prices of the books, that proposal is from the prices. It's 10,800. Now, don't react to that now, we have an opportunity. Now, the other thing that I say, and I want to make it clear, I talked about CBC. This year, our school, by God's grace, we were able, at our level best, to apply the pilot CBC or the new curriculum. And actually most of the schools, they come and learn from us. The rubrics that we gave you, most of the schools, they come and pick ours, they develop from what we have. And we, at times, they call us for an in-house meeting, and then we talk to them. So we really thank God for that grace. But I want to put this across to all parents whose children were in grade 3. Now, grade 3, if you were a kid when they were doing their presentation, you'd have noticed something with them. And most of the parents, I hope you are aware, they were doing CBC. And it really worked well with them. But following the status of the country now, those children are going to do 844. It's not my take, it's an overall take throughout the country. The CEO of KICD explained one evening when he was in an interview, but we are yet to get official communication from the education department. But we don't want to waste time. So that is why this year, that CEO is saying, the grade 3, those who are doing the new curriculum, the books are for KICD. It means that no school, no any other school can access the books unless the piloted, the ones selected. Now, and that is why for now we can't proceed, we can't allow them to proceed with the new curriculum, yet we don't have the design, the books are not yet out. So, they are going to do 844. But it's a very interesting class because when they are going to do 844, their level of reading, their level of understanding, their level of interaction, their level, basically everything about them is totally different. Our parents will notice that. Wale wazazi wa grade 3 wanyoshe mkono. Nyosha mkono wako. You can raise your hand higher than that. I hope you notice that. Siku hizi kama amefinywa na kitu wa nyamazi, they talk. unlike before, unaweza mfinya mtoto akose explain. So we have a very, very interesting class. And if you look at them, if you look at even the assessment that they do, they're able to write what other children elsewhere or anywhere will struggle to do that. Look at their handwriting. So basically, our class 4 next year is going to be one of the best class 4s ever, because they tested the CBC. Even the other classes, there is a great change. Now, so from that brief comment, and then from the president's speech, our school president, Madam Joyce Akech, she shared, alisema, okay, you know, you cannot distinguish that, it is common thing. Alisema, she has noticed that watoto hawana uniform na vitu vingine kama hizo. Parents, please ensure that when you go home, check through the newsletter that they give. Akisha umeangalia, because there is quite a lot that we listed there. And ensure that you follow the fee structure tumeandika, and then there are basic requirements on the book list. The amount that I said exclude other requirements. These other requirements, next year, we'll only know that you are prepared. The child is prepared to learn. From day one, we'll not waste time to keep any child. From day one, we'll check whether the other requirements are met. And if a child lacks even a single requirement, as that early stage, tutamwambia aende nyumbani akuje when he or she is well prepared. Tafadhali, we've made everything available to you so that you plan for the 2 months that we have. Uhakikishe umenunua zile vitu tume recommend. That talk is too much. Now can you clap for me? I've talked too much. Just clap for me. Now I open this. I give this time to parents now to react. If you have a question, a reaction, kumbuka hiyo suggestion ya vitabu, it's also a very expensive process. If we say no, you just go and buy, there is no problem, but let's react. The fund, that book fund, seclude the other requirements. For other requirements, number 1, tuko na dictionary, number 2, tuko na kamusi ya karne 21. Alafu tuko na Good News Bible. We advocate that our children being a Christian environment, all the way from grade 1, they are supposed to have the Bible. And then we come up with a mechanism kuhakikisha kuwa hiyo Biblia ukiwa umenunua, the child should go to church with it. The child should carry it along. The child should be able to read it. Okay? And then during the CRE lessons, the child should also be able to what? To read it. And even during our PPI lessons. Thank you for listening. It is your time to react. Kama kuna swali, put up your hand. Tutakuletea mic, ulize.
I want some assurance from you, please. Let me start by saying I'm born again, a member of this church. But to need some assurance from you that church events will not interfere with school events, please. I think you know what happened this year in January for 3 consecutive days. Please, just give us an assurance. Thank you.
Okay. That is a good point. There's a question there.
Ningependa niulize swali. Maana umesema watoto wa kuanzia class 6 mpaka class 7 tutakuwa tunalipa 10,000. Kwa hiyo tunahesabu textbook na exercise book ama textbook peke yake.
Okay. Any other person? I think you take your question, then I can respond to them.
My question is, last year, graduation last year, we took 1,000 na solo natuambia
That's also a good question. Can you clap for her? Now, I think we can have some response. Now, Mama Emmanuel's question. The books, when you pay for them, and that is subject to discussion, that's why we're here. What happens when you pay for them and then we buy the books for PP1, PP2? Then, I think at a given stage, for example, those who are, if the child is going to that other class, from grade 1, grade 2, after grade 3, when the child is going to grade 4, we can assess and then find out the amount that was paid, whether it can sustain them. You see, books, when we buy them, we ensure that they are well kept and then they are well taken care of. But this is what we are going to do. If you buy a book, those that are recommended and those that we use as a school, we entrust the child with the books. So that means that the books are under the custody of the child. So what happens when the child is given the books and then they are missing? We'll give them codes. Okay? If the book is missing and it is not within the school, then what the parent will do is to do a replacement. If the child is from PP1, the child goes to PP2, they pay similar amount. So if your child goes to PP2, there are pupils in that class who paid for the book there. So the books are still there. So those children are going to use the books that were left in that class. If your child leaves PP2, like these ones, proceeding to grade 1, then this is what happens. We assess. The fund that you produce is not enough to cater for those books. So if you want your child to continue with that book fund cover, you pay the excess that the others paid so that we add the books. Is that clear now? Any question from them? Now, so if there's any question, we'll ask. Is it related to that? Okay.
Does that mean if we start the book fund right now, it's a one-time thing? Next year, we'll just add the additional money, but we won't pay new books all over again. Is that what you're using?
But this in particular, I'm talking about the textbooks.
Yes.
And remember, these in particular again exclude the other requirements. If you go to the book list, there is a bolded, highlighted line written other requirements. Now, if of course you agree now that it will work, then when we come, if you bring us that money, we just buy the books. But if you disagree, what happens? When the children comes back, we expect you to buy the books. And then when you close the school, at the end of the year, you buy for the next class. There's no problem. Okay? There's no problem. Now, I think I've answered my Emmanuel. That fund segregates the exercise books. Purely textbooks. Purely textbooks. Mama Emmanuel, you want to ask another question? Thank you. Thank you.
No, assuming one, we have like 15 pupils. And PP2, we have 25 pupils. Now, you know there is a limit of around 10 pupils. How will you handle that? How about we agree all of us will pay the 2,500? Na tuseme hakuna kulipa pesa nyingine, for example, hiyo nayo mtafanya nini?
Okay, that is a good challenge. Because hard one to think about, but we are thinking about it. We are thinking about it. Allow us to think. Meanwhile, if any parent is having a proposal on how to handle that, You can as well raise your hand to help us. So let's take questions, please.
Okay, praise the Lord, parents. Okay, majina najulikana kama Mama Brian, niko na mtoto wa PP2 anaenda grade 1. Nilikuwa nauliza hivi, nikiamua mimi mwenyewe kujifungia vitabu nilie mtoto, itakuwa kwa fees ama itakuwa imetolewa kwa fees? Na zile vitabu nimenunua za PP2 sasa hivi niko nazo zake. Sasa mtu mwenye atakuja, nitaleta hizo vitabu shuleni zitumike ama tutakuwa itabaki nyumbani?
Okay. Now, if you decide to buy the books by your own, with us we don't need money in that instance. We just need the child to have the books. Yes. Very, very simple like that. So it means, you see, we are trying that excellence that we are talking about. We are trying to make it easy for the facilitators to ensure that hatuna loophole. That is what we are trying to do. So we don't need money if you decide. And if all of us we agree now that wacha kila mzazi ajinunulie, hatuhitaji pesa. We just need school fee as per the fee structure. And then we just buy. So when the children come, we just want to see the word. We just take the book list, say we highlighted this one, this one, this one, and this one. Where are they? I think that is clear. There is a parent at the back. Please, parent, come and sit close to us here, so that we don't assume that you are there and you are not there. Someone there.
Okay, habari zenu. Masi, Mama Angel. Swali yangu nilikuwa nataka kusema ni moja. Nilikuwa nasikia nimesema upande wa textbooks. Mimi naweza suppose badala kutoka kwa textbook ipoteze tena anunue ingine alete. Mwache mzazi mwenyewe anunue vitabu. Bora mtuandikie vitabu gani mnataka ndio tutanunua. Swali langu la pili, ile nataka kuuliza, mmesema the school fees umeongeza upande wa chakula, that is 500. Kutoka play mpaka class 3 umesema ni compulsory. Unaweza fanya sio compulsory ndio utasikia unasikika sana. Hiyo ndio naweza kuuliza sana.
Thank you, Mama Angel. If all the parents, if you agree, let me tell you, you see, that is an additional work. That is an additional work to the school. Hosting those books, giving them, looking at them. If you agree that you buy from home, there is no problem. What we can help, we can, like last time, we can allow a book shop. We give them our book list, then they bring the books here, like last time. Then you just come, pick the books, all the books of the books. You can pick them from here. Instead of you going, upande gari, uende, urudi, ukose vitabu vingine, tunapeana kwa one of the biggest bookshops in the country. They bring the books hapa na pick up. Nyinyi mkuje na pesa, nunue. We can make that available to you. But if you agree that you pay, there's no problem. If you don't agree, no problem. With us what we want to enhance and nurture excellence within the books. There is a parent there.
I think kuna kitu wakielezea vizuri. What is the logic of us buying books collectively? Are we saving anything? Because at the end of the day, kama ni kilo peke yako, at the cost of one book in 1,000, na tukibuy this wote, we can't pay the same price. So I think what you should tell us is, what is the logic behind us paying 10,000 or 7,000 or 2,500 for school to buy for us, instead of meeting the matatu town and buy for myself. So I think you should come here and tell us, tukinunua collectively, we are saving something. Because your pesa then will need our school fees. We're not getting back to the pockets. So I think what we need to come here and tell us, if you buy a book, for instance from this bookshop, buy at 1,000. But if you pay 10,000, you are saving 200 shillings. I think that can be possible.
Okay, I like that. Tupige makofi. No, tukiamua kupiga makofi tunapiga kisima. Na kama hamtaki kupiga tunaacha. Tupige makofi. Yes, like that. Now, let's play this question together with our question, and there are two more there.
ningependa niulize swali moja. Wakati mlikuja na hii figure ya textbook, mlikaa the same time mkakuja na figure ya school fees. But did you consider that the same parent mwenye anatoa ya textbook anatoa ya school fees, at the same time bado mtamwambia kuna school trip inaendwa, kuna jambo fulani limetokea, na ni yule tu mzazi mmoja mwenye anafaa toa hiyo pesa? Mliconsider mzazi?
Tupige makofi tena, tupige makofi. I tell you parents were so great. It's only that we just started. Now I can feel the meeting now. It is right now. Now, let me react to those 2 questions. There are 2 more there. Teacher, wait. Keep waiting there. Now, let's start with Baba Angel's question. Baba Angel, I'm repeating again. If you agree that we don't need it, we'll scrap it. Remember, it is a proposal. It's a proposal. We just look at the books that we've highlighted and then look at the prices. Okay? We looked at the prices. For example, in class 4 up to class 7, can I tell you the number of books that we have? If you exclude others, we have a total of 18 textbooks. 18 textbooks, of which even that price that we are saying, we don't know if the tax that was imposed is active. We don't know whether the prices are going to go higher next year. Baba Angel, last time we brought one workshop here, and then we told that guy, please, we are not going to sell to our parents books at a higher cost. Actually, the price that you bought the books, those who bought, it was cheap. And if you notice that it is high, then you need to tell us so that we revisit it on the prices in the market, what are there. Okay? But we ensure that the price that we bring here, the cheapest price, we negotiate on your behalf. But if you decide to buy, you can as well organize, we bring them here, they come at a cheaper price to buy. With us, our objective is not where you buy or whether the school will buy, whether you pay the school. Our key objective is that mtoto awe na nini? Na vitabu. That consideration ya mzazi, that is also a great concern. Now, it is 10,800 per year. It's not something that you pay every time. You don't pay that every time. And I've seen those classes are grouped. They are grouped. Class 4 all the way to class 8. They pay 10,800. So what happens? Tunapea kila mtoto kitabu. If any case, by good luck or bad luck, apoteze, you replace that book, mzazi will replace. That is how to ensure that we have the books all through. Akipoteza unafanya nini? Replace. But if you pay it kama mtoto wako wa class 4, inamaanisha anapewa vitabu hadi afike class 8. If you buy, it's no problem. You buy, exchange next year, you buy, exchange next year, you buy, exchange next year. There's no problem. And you keep on adding cash. 2 parents there.
Vanessa asifiwe. Mimi ningependa parents let us agree. Kitambo as parents sisi tunaenda kununua vitabu za textbooks tukubaliane tu. But hiyo figure teacher Victor anasema it's quite cheaper. Because if you imagine unalipa 2,500 a year kununua vitabu zote. Mimi sasa hivi nikienda kwa library kuna vitabu. A book utanunua. The the cheapest one maybe itakuwa 1,000 ama 800. Na hii teacher amesema tuta 2,500. Tafadhali wazazi, I think it's cheaper than kwenda kujinunulia. Alafu hata swali yenye baba yetu anauliza ati we are saving a lot. We are really saving a lot. Kwenda kujinunulia ni expensive, please. Tupatie walimu hizo time because mimi nikienda kujibaia tanua vitabu tatu peke yake na 2,500. Mtoto anapata kazi. Teacher anakubai mtoto wako atakuwa na kila kitabu. Hakuna siku mtaini kama mtoto hajasoma juana text. Please, acha tuwaambie na tupe please easy. Okay, I want to talk about books. We are suggesting the school should buy books because maybe a student of class 7 and applies maybe for the exams or anything, there's something they want to refer from a book in class 4. It will be easy for that kid and they are appealing to their class 4 because the books are in the hands of the teachers. But then like the one on top of the trips. On to tell us, how do you come to the cost of the trips? Now maybe nothing like that what to talk about. And it's maybe a lot of cash. How do you go about that and get the research? Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, I've just listened to what there was a lady who spoke there just before the other lady. If listen very carefully, these are two extremes, but we should be looking for a middle ground, okay? Where everybody can fit, isn't it? Our levels of income are not the same. We agree on that, isn't it? So, don't you come up with a plan of maybe instead of a kid, okay, having a book for himself or herself, you do share maybe 2 kids. Is that okay, parents? Or maybe, what do you say? That's what I'm proposing.
Now, this indeed is a good proposal. It's a good one. And if we agree, like Papa Edo said, I always say, and I've kept on saying, tukielewana, tufanye hivi, na tuseme by January, you make a buy with that money, so that we buy the books. Then, I think it is great. It's great. And then someone talked about she talked about the trip, something like that.
How you come to the pricing of the trips? Because as women make sharing talk and women make transfer some in that as in the pricing of the trips.
Okay. So the trips that we've ever had here, the educational trips, they are meant to add an element of knowledge to the pupils. Now, how we calculate the what? How we calculate the charges? Now, the charges include transport. The charges include some snacks that the children eat as we go. The charges include the ATP. For example, if you go to animal orphanage, the child per child, I think it's not less than 150 to 100 for every child. Okay? So those are the things that we look at, we calculate all that, and then we come back with the what? Or with the cost. But basically, the trips that we've ever had in our school is child center. It means that every point is facilitated or is enhancing the betterment of the children who participate in the trips. Now, she asked about the talents, what we proposed last year. The increment of 1,000 that we had. We talk about talent. I think we are yet to see the talent, and we are talking about competency. So we are deeply building on talents. So we are yet to see that. Actually, we are looking for more facilitators and the teachers, but facilitators in this case are teachers, to help aid the different parents that we have in the learners. So among many other things that we are eyeing at, like instrumentation, playing of instrument, we identify that, many other areas. So there is a question here.
I think it's a good idea to have that books fund. The only challenge is where you're saying that if a child loses a book, the parent has to pay for the book. But it's a challenge because, let's say, you're saying from class 4 to 8, it's around 18 books. Does it mean a child will buy 18 books? Or you will have a place at school where these books are kept, and when these children need this particular book, the class teacher organizes how these children will have this book. After they finish using the book is kept by the school. Does it mean if I pay for that amount, the children will carry the books and they end up using them? Because if the books are kept at school, not all subjects will need the children to carry books home. And if we have the...
There's a part of what she's saying, you can just put up your hand. If you're supporting that we organize, you call a bookshop, they come, they send the books around. If you're in support of that, you can put up your hand or raise your hand. So if you support that we apply the book fund system so that we buy the books, you can raise your hand as well. Now, so I've seen the few hands. If you don't know what is supposed to happen, you don't know, you have not thought about it, put up your hand. We have two people there. Now, so which way? I think now, let's have at least some people to tell us what they think. Just say, book fund or let us buy.
Praise God. I'm Mama Benjamin. What I'm thinking that we should do, we should organize another time. We go and check the price list, then we come up with a certain amount for people to pay, because we might decide that when we come next year, they will become higher or lower, and we are told the parents to pay a certain amount, which might interfere with the learning of our children.
Okay, so it means that you say this time now to come with the books, because that might take some time. So
I'm saying,
for next year, the parents to buy.
What I'm saying, because it is challenging now, a very sensitive issue. So let us come up with a certain time, maybe in January, you go and organize yourself, look at the prices of the books, then you come up with a certain amount for the parents to pay.
We open the time again. So we just have first, which is on holiday, and second, okay.
Kwa mawazo yangu nimesema hivi, tupatiwe committee, at least tuwakilishe wazazi. We sit at parents, we discuss what we want, because this is saying it is a piloting thing. You cannot decide on such a thing in one day, few hours. So you give us time as parents to discuss this, then we shall come up with what we want. Sababu nasikia kuna wengine wanasema mzazi mmoja 10K, wengine wanasema all children 10K. So there are parents who have not understood what we are talking about. So let us have time, we discuss, then we come up with what we want to do.
Okay. Because we really talked about it, I also find the idea. The topic is hard. So about building, people are digesting it, they understanding it. So now, Anyone think about it? And then we have time to talk about it. Maybe we can apply it in 2020. Okay? If we shall have thought about it. But for next year, let's now be prepared to what? To buy. Okay? I think I rest the case here. If there is any other thing that we feel that we need to talk about, we need to wind up now. Someone hands up here, approximately how many hands? Like 3. Then I invite our director to conclude for us by a word of prayer.
You not answer Mama Amy's question about food, yeah.
Okay. Now, with the food, see, you know that the prices are high. So we are not left. Don't buy them from the farmers. You buy like you buy. So it wise, instead of paying the 30 shillings that you are paying, you just added 15 shillings to it. So it is 45 shillings per day. That times 2,700. Okay?
We really don't have a problem. I personally don't have a problem with that. But her question was, is this compulsory or can you make it non-compulsory?
Okay. Up to grade 3, unless otherwise, for now it is compulsory. Why is it compulsory? There was a time in our first year when we were giving children lunch and we allowed buildings. We opened that door for these young ones. We realized we have some classes behind it. Those who started with us, like Mama Joy, and remember, Mama Leanne, and remember that. Those parents who are bringing food for children, there were cases whereby the child refused to eat. They need either they need school food or they need home food. In our school, we value each and every child, and therefore we don't want every child to be victimized anyway. And we say, kama lazima kuleta yogurt, leteni mtoto mmoja yogurt kwa darasa. We'll appreciate that quickly, but the condition is you buy for the rest of them. If you bring a birthday party for your child, the condition is, the condition is every child in that class, kama tunanunua soda, kila mtoto kwa hili darasa lazima afanye nini? So we don't want to victimize our children. That is why the greatest reason as to why we say, and we are still saying, that from playgroup to grade 3, their lunch is compulsory. But if you look at their fee, you go cheap, you go cheap about money. Okay? So I hope I've answered that. So but unless, if you want us to scrap off, you come with a mechanism that will convince us so that the children that we have in those classes, they are not victimized in any way because of the camping life that comes from home. I think I've answered that. Any other thing that you left? Any other hand? You can't see any hand. So personally, I appreciate you. You are great minds. Indeed, you make us great. There is no school with children without parents. And you make Christ Community School a complete school. Thank you so much. May God bless you. Have a very wonderful Merry Christmas and a prosperous 2019. Thank you, and may God bless you.
Wazazi tutakutana jioni na poleni sana kwa sababu kazi kesa sana nusu na program ya kufika mpaka saa 8:30 ya 1 hour late. Nawashukuru wote kwa mchango wenu na kwa mambo ambayo mmeweza kujadili. Mungu atunemeshe sote ili tuweze kushirikiana, kisha baadaye shule yetu iweze kusonga mbele. Sirudie mambo sana. Tangu tuanze tulikuwa tukisema moyo wetu umejawa na kutaka kuona shule nzuri. Hii kumaanisha as much as we are giving money, we are not motivated by